Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am your man, Truist. Let's cut this on. And I'm a couple of minutes early. This whole thing's going to even out. Look, listen, by the end of the year, all these people who've been around for a minute are going to go, okay, so he's late as by 15 minutes, super rarely. But when he's super early, he's early by 20 minutes. Generally, he's on time. But 3 days out of the week, he'll be late. And 2 days out of the week, he'll be extra early. So it'll all kind of fall into this nice little squishy place of time syncdom. So we're not going to stress it. But we are early, so we're going to give ourselves a slight pat on the back. We're not going to go crazy. We're not going to do both shoulders. Just one. Just good job. Because seriously, we got to stop being late. Um, Welcome to the show. Wind Sunset. Oh, wow. Didn't say anything. Let's try that again. I've got a voicemail. Wind Sunset.
p.m. today.
6:32. All right. Sunset's in 4 minutes. Excuse me. Uh do we want to cut in the light? I feel good, but I think you guys might need to see me lit, right? Sweet Jahibus. All right, so come on, light, get stuff together. Actually, that one would be better because this one is really just sort of annoying me right in the eyeball. All right, so we're gonna do this one instead. All right, so yeah, we can cut this one off. It is what it is, what it is. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. It's good to see those of you who are here today. I spent my day trying to learn uh, guitar again. Um, I gotta tell you, man, I feel like the world is closing in on me in this very weird way. I just watched China. Well, look, we can't go to war over Taiwan. We can't. But here's the thing: this is how the First World War started, right? I had treaties with you. If I'm attacked, you do something, and you've got treaties with him. Our treaties are supposed to mean something. And before you know it, we're in war with China because they want Taiwan. Greedy ass China, which I told you already. China doesn't care about North Korea because North Korea is in their pocket, right? Um, and North Korea wants South Korea. And if North Korea got South Korea, that works in favor of China. China wants Taiwan. China wants Japan. And yeah, so Ping, the Panda Bear, that dude over there, not Panda Bear, Winnie the Pooh, that guy, he's about to kick off a global excursion to war fund because I think he thinks that America is done with war and tired of war and have probably um, made ourselves broke by all the wars we've been having over 20 years and likely won't be able to fuck with them. I don't think they understand how stupidly ridiculous we Americans are for conflict. Even when we're not at war, we're at conflict. So, uh, are people going to go to war for Taiwan? I've never been to Taiwan. It's not even on my place, or probably your places of travel. Taiwan. Whew, man. All right. Okay. Hey, Taiwan. If you say so, guys, if you say so. All I want to do is connect to people because I like talking to people. And I hate to say it, but as I get older, I sort of want to connect. Well, I can't even say as I get older. I've been looking for a church to go to for a while. But I sort of want to connect to like, a spiritual oneness with like the cosmos, right? That kind of thing. And I think, well, all the spiritual people I know are in churches, right? But then I go to churches, I'm like, look at all the bullshit. And then I'm out of the churches. It's what we've been complaining about here, right? If people in church were about that church life and you went there, you would be inspired. Now, maybe you wouldn't be a preacher or a nun or a monk or whatever, but you'll go, you know, being a little more respectful, right? A little less angry, a little. Maybe you would still go to the museum or the club or wherever you go for a good time, right? Maybe you would still like the same type of person, just slightly different. You know what I mean? Maybe you wouldn't have so many like your friends who are happy to steal or cheat wouldn't tell you because they know that you're a little more, you're slightly different. That's all I'm saying, right? And that energy is in everybody because sometimes you go, oh man, I've been fucking cutting it close my whole life. Maybe I should get close with my God. Or maybe one day you're sitting there in traffic and you go, maybe I should go to synagogue. I haven't been since I got, not baptized, synagogue. What did they get? Not confirmed. What did they get? Bar mitzvah, right? So I have been since I went to my bar mitzvah, or maybe you're like, I don't know any much about the Muslim, but it's the same thing. People have these come to them maker moments, right? But then you go there and you see like people at the churches, and they're just, they're running around and spending money, and they're not really doing anything that you feel that you can then. Because let's face it, a good connection to God is a selfish endeavor, right? You're like, prayer makes me feel good, spirituality makes me feel good, doing things so people make me feel good. It's very selfish. It really is, right? But it's the best kind of selfishness versus the only selfishness that is like, I'm doing this for me and I'm happy about it and no one cares. Like, you know what I'm saying? At least this kind of selfishness helps other people. So yeah, it's like, spiritual beings. How spiritual can you be? Because you need other spiritual beings, right? I've tried to be you know, a good and decent person, but like if everything is around you is not good and decent, it swallows up that feeling. And you'll come to three rows, three exit ramps of getting off this. And one of this is, why am I even bothering? Right. So you get fed up trying to do the right thing. Another exit ramp will be, well, not for these people. Right. So you'll do it, but you won't do it for this group of people. Or your final exit ramp will be, out of the whole idea of wanting to be good and decent to begin with, and then you just go back to where you were like getting that clubs and getting all the men's, and women are stupid, getting all the women's, and before so you all, not only do you leave the philosophy, I guess I'm saying, but you take on the opposite of the philosophy because now you feel like you were stupid for doing the right thing. I mean, nobody wants to go to church and have the minister, the preacher, the reverend, the whatever name, be like a bad dude, right? And you find out that he's just like the worst, and then they send you another one. You find that he's the worst. And then they see, right? And this is what religion has become, right? Maybe if the world were more religious, honestly, and I mean religious in the sense of moral and trying to help their fellow man out, religious. That's the way I thought religious was. Versus these camps of like the Christian camp over here and then the Muslim camp over here, and it's we're going to war for our God. That kind of like religion is bullshit. And everybody who's always telling you to go to war is always laying up, kicking back, chilling, right? While now you've got like the state looking for you, or so just look, listen. I get my point about this is, excuse me, your connection to spirituality is which everybody feels fine saying I'm very spiritual, but it's not that far, and it's very akin to religion, right? Religion is doing something spiritual with a whole bunch of people and doing it regularly. That becomes your religion. Spiritual is more doing it by yourself. But the magic of religion and spirituality is in the grouping up of people, right? So if I had five other people who are like me, and we burn sage, my sage is out, and we burn sage here and try and learn guitar and wonder why so many people have given up on church and the court system and the justice system, the legal, right, the system, the medical system. People are just kind of like, I'm just gonna get fucking robbed no matter where I go. People have given up. Um, but if a few people go, well, I'm not giving up, and then a few more people, then before you know it, you have a religion and you have a movement. You have a religious movement, or you know, I guess political movement. But it begins with people grouping together. I keep saying we are a social animal, and society, as much as I like it, as much as you like it, it's a construct. We all agree to it, right? It could be a case of like uh the biggest dude with the most power wins. What is it? Not power wins. What is it? Strength wins. The guy who's strongest. Oh my god, it's 1,000-year-old maxim, and it's right out of my head. So that Mike makes right, right? So yeah, but you know what beats Mike? I hate to say, but intelligence. Yeah, and so maybe the big guy over here can beat up the place because he's the tallest when society breaks down. But the guy over here who knows more about everything will be will win in the end. Because this is two scenarios of what happens. He wins because he's smarter and puts the other guy out of business, or the other guy is stronger than him, beats him up, takes his shit but doesn't know how to run it, and eventually runs the whole society into the ground. And before it gets there, his second will take him out so he can lead, and then the third will take the second out so he can lead. And that's the TikTok, right? That's the slow slide. So it's always a toss up between the most intelligent people and the most, the most violent. Not yeah, I guess might makes right, right? The most violent people. In society, it's supposed to be none of that. The the intelligent people will figure it out for all of us. But look what the intelligent people have gotten us. What is Joe Biden's poll numbers today? Let's just say. So your Monday is obviously better than Joe Biden's Monday, and we are in it hot, man. We've only been on for like 10 minutes, and we are quite into it. So yeah, yeah. I just feel because I was thinking about this today. I'm like, wow, I'm gonna stream every day for 1,000 days. What I've run out of conversation a dozen times. One day I'm gonna truly run out of stuff to say. Um, then I was like, well, it's not that bad. It's 20 minutes or right. So you can talk to the good people for 20 minutes and tell them what you think about the day's activities. I was like, yeah. And then I sort of kind of got my kind of swerved back to do it. I think what happened was I put 3 notifications up today, tomorrow, and the day after, which is a lot, right? Normally I just put the next days up, and then I think that may have played like mind trickery with me. But this is the human animal, right? This is what I was talking about. It's the idea that uh, we're supposed to be social. It's the idea that if I had a couple of homies in here, they'd be like, "Man, you're doing good. What are you doing, man? No, you're just feeling bad. You can do it. Keep going. Go ahead. Rah, rah, rah." Then I'd be like, "Yeah, you're right." Then I'd be doing the show. But since there's no one here to do that, no homies here to big me up, or wife or girlfriend going, "Oh, baby, you always say that. You really work hard. I love you." So that, oh, okay, yeah, my woman loves me. Yeah. So like that. So either one of those is fine. And I think that's how it's supposed to work. Like your homies big you up, or the woman you love to big you up, or vice versa. Your man gives you like a little umph to go for it, whatever the case may be. Um, but when you're out here in the hinterland alone, right, you have to big yourself up. So that's what that was. So the same thing can happen with like you on a primal plane trying to get from point A to point B, and you got to walk there, and there's bears and tigers and all this other stuff, and you got to scrounge food and know what berries to eat, right? And you may sit here and think, I don't think I know what berries to eat. Well, where am I even found? But in the world that we're talking about, you would be familiar. You wouldn't be like me, lost in the wilderness, right? Lost in uh, what's that famous park? Yellowstone Park, right? You would be more of a ranger. You would know the place, and then the ranger people will go from Watchtower F to Watchtower uh, G, and then you'd walk the bike. And it's like driving. The first time you do it, you're a little sketchy and your hands on. By the time you've done it 500 times, 100 times, 50 times, you built your confidence, and that's what this is. This is about sort of in this society, everybody not really being as social as they should be, um, and having to do more of it themselves, having to fight it out themselves. Even though you and I are supposed to be social creatures, and we're supposed to kick it to each other, talk about it, you know, think that we're right all day long and twice on Sundays, and then other people are supposed to tell us, that's wrong, right? Or there's new information on this versus just only only following our own opinion and voice. And mind you, you're gonna live your life, right? But you live your life because other people go, oh no. Listen, you really should learn to read and write. And you go, okay, maybe I should learn to read and write. And then down the line, you can choose what you. But we're talking about like the tactics, and the tactics I'm talking about right now are essentially social tactics. Like you would be better if you knew more people who were doing something that you wanted to do, right? So I would be better if I had three or four guys in here also learning the guitar, not in here, but like in the neighborhood. And I'd see him at the cafe. I see his show. He comes see my show. I have no shows. I go see their shows. They may inspire me. That's kind of the way shit works. And I'm just talking music because I'm doing music, but that could be if you were designing clothes or being an actor, right? You're in the pool of people doing a thing, and that helps you when you're down to inspire you to do the thing. Um, and that's marriage too, right? Oh man, all my friends are getting married and having kids, and oh man, buying houses, right? And this, but if you're around nobody who's doing any of that, and the environment says that thing is an impossibility, then you spend your time doing other shit because no one in your that group that you hang out with is doing that. So I just think that the place was broken so people could gain power, and now I mean they hacked the government, right? Politicians. Separate but equal, and all this stuff. And then people, excuse me, and then people caught hold of how they did it. Let's undo this. Good Lord. Caught hold of how they did it, and then they hacked the hackers. So now you have a society where nobody's happy, everybody's unhappy. The only good thing I think that's come around uh, is free community college, but they haven't even gotten it together to pass that. But here's the thing about that: while that's fine, that should really is something for like the 6 and the 7 year olds who are retired. Learn to take a gardening class, be a better gardener. Take a business class. You always want to know business. Take that. But if you're saying people need education, then you need free 4 year colleges. You do. If I go to a community college and I blow the doors off it for 2 years, I can matriculate into a 4 year college, and then what happens? Are you telling me all these colleges are happy by you essentially cutting their tuition so I can get 2 years of college someplace else and then come here, get a degree from this university, 4 year degree from this university for half the price? You know something is they're gonna fix that. They're gonna fix that. Like I tell people all the time, if bread was, let's say bread was $5 and milk was $5, right? Um, and you would like, we can't afford that. Oh, let's say milk was $50 and bread was $50, and you said we can't afford that, and the people are not like you can't afford it. I don't care. Starve, right? But all of a sudden, 20 million people can't afford it, and they're about to march on like me as a politician who runs like the government. Then I'm gonna go. Oh well, you know what? We're gonna give stipends. We're gonna insist that you load it, right? They'll do something. And then if they did give you stipends, for, like $30 stipends for your $50 milk and bread, and then your milk and bread, or they may, somehow raise prices so you could afford milk and bread. The people who make milk and bread is just going to raise the price, and within 5 years, you'll be back to where you were, right? So if it was $50 and you couldn't afford it, and then all of a sudden they fixed it, and then the $50 was affordable, in the next 5 to 10 years, that $50 milk is going to be $75 milk, right? So milk now I think is $5. I just bought some. And if I say, God doggone it, I have a baby, and the milk is $5 and the bread is $5, and diapers are $5, and uh, dinner is $5, and I only make $20 a week, and that's my whole paycheck. This is outrageous. Then they will go, oh wow, we're going to raise price. So now I make $40. Whew, I got a little leeway. I got a little coverage. I make $40 and everything's fine. Oh wait, look, they just raised price of milk from $5 to like $8, right? Oh, they just raised the price of diapers from this to that. And now all of a sudden you're $40 that you had $20 leeway. Now they fucked with it, and now you've only got like $4 leeway. right? And then 10 years after that, you're right back where you were again. But meanwhile, the CEO's pay has quintupled in 100,000 times and all this bullshit. Remember what we said a couple of days ago? But they were like saying that men aren't going to college, they're not getting jobs, they're staying in their parents' basement, and the median income is the same as it was 30 years ago. Men, why? And then in the same breath, they said women are in the, sort of in the same position. They didn't raise anything, but women have way more money because of relationships, and they are dating men who have college educations, and so you need. And it's the idea of wait, hold on, stop it, wait a minute. If I went out and got super in debt and got a college education, you're telling me that I could get married. But what if I can't do that? You're telling me I'm not going to get married. But there was a time when people who didn't need a college education got married. So what changed, right? What changed? But women are doing about the same, actually better. Why? Because divorce favors women, marriage favors women. All these things where God are just kind of going, even if I had a good gig, I wouldn't be getting married. And there's a lot of that going on too. Marriage has become, and like I said yesterday, people are still going to fall in love and want to be together forever, right? And then maybe they'll get married after they've been together for 10 or 15 years. But now everybody's gun shy because it's like, what did I say yesterday? You get a relationship, you have a kid, you buy a house, it doesn't work out, you got to pay her half, right? For the kids in the house because that's where the kids are, right? So now you're in an apartment, but then you get together, you meet another girl, you buy a house, blah, blah, then that one doesn't work out. How many times can you do this? How many houses can you pay for, right? So that whole thing about men not going to college, not moving out, not doing this, not doing that, is a sign that they broke the system. That's what it is. It's a sign. It's not that all of a sudden the men are lazy, right? It's that you broke the system. It's not even like the men aren't saying mean shit about the women, but since you brought it up and you asked, this is where the men stand, right? That's what it seems to be. Um, People are set upon in America. Remember, who was it who famously told everybody you should go and learn the code, right? People were losing. It's like you made it hard to go to college when they were young and should have been in college, and now you're telling them in their 40s and 50s that they can go fuck themselves. Quite frankly, uh, and if you had a society of 1,000 people, you can tell 20 or 30 people that. But by the time it gets to 100 people, you can keep saying that, but that 100 people will spread the word how bad it's getting and get allies. By the time you get to 500 people, which is half your shit, which is I think where we are, the people in charge had better have a plan, right? And that's what I think is going on here. I think if we were 1,000 people in the society, something like I'd say 60% of the people are unhappy. Like 600 people are unhappy with 1,000 people tribe, and that. But you have to deal with those people. So what do? People wanted to go to school, right? So in this thousand tribe thing, let's say people wanted to stop uh, uh, down the road, right? Let's say they wanted to fill their canteens and uh, take a rest and watching the stream, right? And you say, no, we're not stopping. And now wherever you got us, people are out of water, and you should have let them fill it like 20 years ago. People should have let people go to college 20 years ago, right? People are covered in ticks and all this stuff, and the ticks and all the new uncomfortableness would be like the pandemic, right? So now they're in your face, and what are you telling them? What are you telling them? I don't even have a scenario for what our leadership is telling us right now. So right, yeah, if we were 1,000 people, 600 uh, of the people are 600 of the 1,000 are unhappy, and the 10 who are the 1%, they're super happy. They're not 100, they're like 10. They're super duper happy. It's going exactly the way they want, right? And I guess the people at the bottom 10 people, we might want to see if they're still there because they would be the homeless and the super dirt poor who don't have jobs and the elderly who are living on, right? So as we walk, are we even slow enough for these people to catch up? Or are they falling away and no one talking about it? Are we even still 600, 1,000 people walking across the desert? Or did we lose 100 people as we try and get to the next spot because our leadership is kind of shifty, right? So it becomes that kind of like parable. Um, yeah, I'm having a day. I am having a day. All right. L'chaim. Okay, let's see if we can figure out what is going on our Monday. What just happened with that? What was that? All right. Indigenous activists demand Biden declare a climate emergency. I don't even know what a climate emergency is. What is a climate emergency? What does that mean? Here's the thing. If the house is on fire, right? And America is putting water on its part of the house, but the other part of the house is China. What? You know what I'm saying? We should have fixed this a long time ago, and we didn't. This is our terrarium, and we fucked it up. Actually, we didn't fuck it up. It's like plastic. I look around. I have all this plastic in this house. When I buy like because everything comes in plastic, and they're telling me that I should use less plastic. But I'm like, this is not about me. I'm not putting my shit in plastic. I have to buy shit with plastic. You see what I'm saying? So this is really about the ginormous companies. I don't. And again, I have no idea. Oh, here we go. I have no idea what else you would use other than plastic. But at the very least, we should at least have a. Let's close that. We should at least have a better recycling plan for all this plastic, and we don't. It reminds me of when I was a kid. I think they called it Love Canal. All these companies was dumping this toxic waste in the stream and burying it, and no one ever paid a price. This is the same shit. This bullshit incompetence that's been around so long that people know that they can use it. So in 200 years, let's say we have transporter technology, and there's waste to that, they'll just be burying it in your yard. You know, it really is just, it really is sad. I think we're headed for issues, and it's not just these volcanoes popping off every place. Um, the way I remember being told, the permafrost holds methane, and when the permafrost melts, all this methane is going to get kicked into the air, and then we're really fucked. So, what do you want? You want to get hit by a meteorite from nowhere in outer space, or do you want to slowly kill ourselves off by fire and methane and ruining the oxygen, eventually killing off the animals? They're telling you that I mean, they're going to have to do something about the cows, right? I mean, the people need to eat. People need to do stuff. There's a lot of us. And you know what happened? If they came down with stringent, okay, we're going to be good about this, that, or the other thing, right? Every American will have to do this. You know what? The rich won't do it. I mean, he's not the only one, but JFK famously had Cuban cigars, even after a Cuban embargo, excuse me, was going on. So he managed to get a whole bunch of Cuban cigars and smoked them in the Oval Office while your ass would have been sent to prison. There's a lot of this. There's a lot. I'm gonna lead from my freaking porch, from my giant ranch or whatever. I don't even know what's going on here. Investigators find unidentified human remains while searching for Lauren Cho, who's been missing since June. Good Lord, all these missing women. Curtis Flewa has 25 cats. That should disqualify you from any. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, wow. Um, wow. All right. They keep talking about Squid Games. I mean, watch it or don't. I thought it was pretty good, but come on, it's not. It's not all things. Are we gonna light this thing? We're gonna light this thing because the wind is kicking up. Yeah, I can hear. It's funny. Yeah, I grew up watching westerns, so I kind of like them. You watch them as you get older. There's a lot of context that I missed as a kid, right? I mean, I got there you go. I got the violence and the racism, but man, there's a lot of context I missed as a kid with these westerns. All right. Whew. All right. Oh, we can close this too. Oh, for God's sakes. All right. So, where are we? It's been a fairly quiet Monday. They still can't stop talking about Donald Trump. Uh, the Delaware state auditor indicted on misconduct and felony theft charges. Uh, I mean, what is wrong with you people? They're always going to look at the paperwork and the money. And if you don't trust yourselves, why would you take the money? You rise that high to go to jail for theft. I don't understand it. Boxing, Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder. So hey, here's the thing. So this Prince Andrew thing, what this is what happened. So the so should we even look it up? So the police department of London, the greater metropolitan police, I think, uh closed the criminal proceedings on the case, but he can still be sued. Right? So he's not going to jail because the London cop said, "Yep, nope, Prince." And this is what I've been saying, right? London police taking no further action over Prince Andrew. Man, London police taking no further action over Prince Andrew. So yeah, he won't be arrested. He won't be charged. And if he came here to America, which he can do, right? Uh, which he can do. Um, the FBI may say we want to talk to you. He could just go no. I mean, he's got diplomatic immunity from a lot of shit, right? And he can't be barred from the country. London's police force had decided to take no further action, quote unquote, against Prince Andrew, the Duke of York, still a duke, you know, um, following a review sparked by Virginia Roberts Gouffre, who has filed a lawsuit against him in New York for alleged sexual abuse. The Metropolitan Police Service decided to drop their investigation after viewing after so wait, you reviewed documents and decided to drop your investigation? After Normally that's not how that works. The Metropolitan Police Service decided to drop their investigation after reviewing a number of documents. What did the document say? Don't charge you with anything, including those released in August 2021 as part of the Gouffre civil lawsuit in the United States. Okay. Hey, James, good to see you. I hope you're having a good Monday. So they reviewed documents. So what was in the documents that they saw that said no, nothing needs to go any further? Normally, you review documents and you. Okay, all right. All right. The review has concluded, and we are taking no further action. Oh, so this the review has concluded. So this saying the review is over, and we're taking no further action. The Ford said Monday in a statement emailed to CNN. Gouffre, an alleged victim of sex offender and disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein, alleged she was forced to perform sex acts with Prince Andrew. She said she was trafficked by Epstein and forced to have sex with his friends, including the Duke of York, when she was underage. Andrew has denied similar allegations from Gouffre in the past. On Monday, a source close to Prince Andrew said it comes as no surprise that the Met Police have confirmed that having reviewed the sex assault claim against the Duke for a third time, they are taking no further action. It comes as no surprise that he's the Duke and he's the son of the Queen. So yeah, go fuck yourself. Look, listen. Why do you expect like these rich families to be like? Why? Why does anybody expect them to be above board? Whether they're the Saudis or the fucking British royal family, right? They head the police department. Okay, despite the pressure from the media and claims of new evidence, the Met is the police, the Metropolitan Police Department. The Met have concluded that the claims are not sufficient to warrant any further investigation. The Duke has always vigorously maintained his innocence and continues to do so, the source said. The Met also said it would not be taking action following a review of claims uncovered in an investigation by London-based Channel 4 News in June, which reported more than half a dozen claims that young women and girls alleged to have been targeted, trafficked, groomed, or abused in the UK for more than a decade by Epstein and the British socialite Ghislaine Maxwell. Maxwell has pleaded not guilty to sex trafficking and other charges. I don't buy that. I know but here's the thing: Britain is small. Britain is small. We're a giant place, and there's only a handful of royals. Who's going to keep this secret? Plus, he's got a security detail, and not all of them. See, this is the thing, man, about some of these claims. When you think about the environment people are in, you have to go, abused in the UK for more than a decade by Epstein and British socialite Ghislaine Maxwell. Maxwell had pleaded not guilty to sex trafficking and other charges. We also reviewed information passed to us by media organizations in June 2021. This review is complete and no further action will be taken, the Metropolitan Police said. The force the force continues to liaise Liaise, huh? Liaise. That's one. All right, let's look it up.
Liaise.
Liaise. Like a liaison. Liaise. But I didn't know liaise was a word. Establish a working relationship, typically in order to cooperate on a matter of mutual concern. She will liaise with teachers across the country. Liaise. All right. The force, we don't call it force anymore because they were beating up too many people. So we changed it to the police department, not the police force. The force continues to liaise with other law enforcement agencies to lead the investigation into matters related to Jeffrey Epstein, the statement says. So they're like, we're still going to help you with the Epstein shit, right? But yeah, no, you're not throwing our own families in jail. Yeah, no, we're not even going to entertain it. Uh, Goodbye. That's it. And that's essentially what this says. A photograph appearing to show Prince Andrew with Jeffrey Epstein accused of Virginia Roberts Gouffre, and in the background, Ghislaine Maxwell. This comes month after this. Yeah, this is a famous photograph. The famous photograph. Um, why are pedophiles taking pictures of? I don't get it. I guess people really do think they're above the law, and it's never going to come back to haunt them. A photograph appearing to show Prince Andrew with Jeffrey Epstein's accused of Virginia Roberts Gouffre, and in the background, Ghislaine. Her name is Ghislaine. Ghislaine. Oh, why not Elaine? Ghislaine. Okay, we have to look up this name. I'm sorry. Uh No. We just want the name, Ghislaine. Ghislaine name. Ghislaine. Spelled Guislai. Ghislaine. 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 Ghislainea. Ghislaine. In French person name that is also used in other countries for French-speaking population. The name's meaning is hostage or pledge. So her name is either hostage or pledge. Would you try? Her name is Ghislaine Maxwell, means hostage Maxwell or pledge Maxwell. Well, there's a lot of names like that, right, from that era. So there's like prudence and patience and chastity, um, right? A French footballer, Saint Ghislaine, died 680, Belgian Roman Catholic saint from whose name the others are derived. 1781. There's a bunch of Ghislaines. Wow. Okay, Ghislaine. It means hostage. Okay. Or pledge. This comes months after Metropolitan Police Commissioner Cressida Dick. Cressida Dick. Cressida. Cressida Dick. That is a hard name to grow up with. Captain Dick and Chief Inspector Dick. Oh, it's a lady. Cressida. Yeah, probably got 30 years in the police force. God bless you. Cressida. All right, what a name. Good Lord, these old British names. That no one this comes months after Metropolitan Police Commissioner Cressida Dick told radio station LBC, London Broadcasting Company, I'm assuming, that no one is above the law. People always say that right before they let their rich friends off. When questioned about the allegation against the Duke of York, the position is that we've had more than one allegation that is connected with Mr. Epstein, and that we have reviewed those assessments. We have reviewed those, assessed those, and we have not opened that investigation. That doesn't say that you found nothing. It just says that you didn't open it. Okay, Dick said at the time. In the lawsuit, Ghislaine alleges that Prince Andrew sexually abused her at both Epstein and Maxwell's invitation when she was a minor, and that instance of alleged sexual abuse occurred at Maxwell's home in London and at Epstein's home in Manhattan and on his private island in the U.S. Virgin Islands. Both Buckingham Palace and Prince Andrew have strenuously denied her allegations, but Andrew's associate with Epstein and Maxwell, the former girlfriend of Epstein, continued to haunt him. U.S. authorities have previously, and mind you, he had a ton of pictures of young girls. They say that the FBI took when he killed himself and they raided his house, but we don't know what that is. Right? Would they not show it to the Metropolitan Royal Police? I don't know. The former governor Epstein turned harm him. U.S. authorities have previously accused Andrew of not cooperating with attempts to interview him as part of the investigation into the alleged sex trafficking ring Epstein and Maxwell are suspected of operating. Yeah, see, the U.S. You can talk like he's some regular dude, like yeah, but he's the prince of a foreign country. There's all sorts of shit that you're not gonna be able to do to him. And like I said, he can still travel here. He's not banned from the country, right? The prince stepped back from royal duties in the wake of the 2019 interview he gave to the BBC, which he was widely considered to have damaged his own credibility. He now really appears in public. Yeah, that was 5 years ago. So where is he? He's chilling in a castle someplace. Every now and then he shows up looking like this in the background with ribbons on. He takes pictures because it's for king and country, as they say. And then he doesn't do interviews. You can't, he's still a royal. He's still got a security detail. And that is what you get. Yeah, it's pretty freaking ridiculous. Uh, but I've got like an ear issue going on here. Prince Andrew might promptly take no further action. It's unveil plan to reduce domestic violence. How are you going to do that? Prince Andrew Duke spotted at Balmoral after High Court decision. Let's see him. There you go. In his Range Rover with his corgi dogs at the castle. Yeah, what are you going to do? They rejected the legality, right? Yeah. Here's the thing. You want to maintain good relationship. So when someone bumps off somebody in London and then hops a plane and goes to like California, you can extradite them back. Um, we, you know, and this is, I mean, but these people are he's so high up. Uh, how can they subvert these long-standing policies we've had to each other? Prince Andrew has been spotted playing with his dogs at the Balmoral alongside ex-wife Sarah Ferguson, but there could soon be a knock at the door. The High Court yesterday firmly accepted a request from Virginia Fed legal team to conduct, yeah, uh, claims against him. The London court may send an official known as a sheriff to find him and formally tell him about the New York lawsuit. So how long ago is this? Thursday, the 16th of September. Yeah, this is a month ago. So he had to accept it. Because him not accepting it from like their great ally, looks really bad. But then again, that lady did run over that guy on a motorcycle and leave the country, and Trump was like, man, we're not sending her back. So Prince William sees Andrew as a threat to the family as royal shut the door. Pleased to take no further action after Prince Andrew's sex abuse claim reward. Queen's 4-day jubilee will be the biggest event ever held in the UK. Roy, who asked about Archie's skin color, was not racist, John Barnes says. Huh. Okay, so yeah, there you go. That's all your royal news. She's been around forever. They're throwing her a giant parade because she is a grand bazaar. Like they do this in North Korea, and we look at it like it's crazy. Um, and like I don't know how he threatens the family where you can just order him not to do anything. Mind you, I mean the British royal family is trying to stay a British royal family in an era where no one really has kings anymore, right? And they're trying. I mean, some people have kings. Like there's the Swedish king, right? The Japanese have an emperor. I mean, but no one really emperor of Japan. Here we go. Emperor of Japan, Naruhito. He's been emperor since 2019. The Emperor of Japan. The Emperor of Japan is the monarch and the head of the imperial family of Japan. Under the Constitution of Japan, he is defined as the symbol of the state and of the unity of the people, right? So he's a symbol of Japan, but he has no power, and his title is derived from the will of the people who are the sovereign, right? So that's a little bit of double talk. They wanted to, I mean, after the World War II, they wanted to keep this title, and we were like, no, democracy. But yeah, it goes back to 11th of February, 660 BC, 660 years before Christ, right? So they had been around for like 2,600 years. Yeah. Um, I don't even know what he does over there, but I like the idea of this quiet emperor. Literal Tenno meaning heavenly sovereign. Japan Shinto religion holds him to be the direct descendant of the solar goddess Amaterasu. The emperor is also the head of all national Japanese orders, decorations, medals, and awards. In English, the use of the term Mikado for emperor was once common but now considered obsolete. Currently, the Emperor Japan is the only remaining head of state in the world with the highest monarchical title of emperor. The Imperial House of Japan is among the oldest in the world. The historical origins of the emperor lie in the late Kofun period, 3rd to 6th century. Wow, yeah. At this point, let it run, baby. See how long it lasts. Um, the royal family in England is former Emperor of Japan. He died. Queen Elizabeth, Princess Tasha of Japan. Hirohito was emperor during the Second World War. All right. Elizabeth II. Elizabeth Alexandra Mary is Queen of the United Kingdom and 15 other Commonwealth realms, 15 other ones. Was born in Mayfair as first child of the Duke and Duchess of York, later King George VI. Um, and Queen Elizabeth. Her father ascended the throne in 1936 upon the abdication of his brother, who fell in love with an American divorcee, making Elizabeth the presumptive heir. She was educated privately at home and began to undertake public duties during the Second World War, serving in the auxiliary territorial service. She married Philip Mountbatten, a former prince of Greece and Denmark. So yeah, Greece and Denmark have royal families apparently, with whom she had 4 children: Prince William, Charles, Prince of Wales, and Princess of Royal. I don't know what that even means. Princess Royal is the second child and only daughter of Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Duke. She is 17th in line to ascension. Okay, let's check this out. Is the heir apparent to the British throne. The oldest son, Queen, he's the heir apparent. He has been the heir apparent as well as the Duke of Cornwall and Duke of Rothesay since 1952, and is both the oldest and the longest serving heir apparent in British history. Uh, Prince Andrew is a member of the British royal family. He is the third child and second son of Queen Elizabeth and Prince Duke of Edinburgh. He is the ninth in line of succession. Right. So in the old days, it'd be his brother, it'd be him and he'd be the second, and then you'd kill your brother, right? But now it's your brother's the first heir, but his son becomes the heir, and so it becomes a very interesting way to stop people from bumping each other off. Um, Prince Edward, Earl of Wessex, is the youngest child of Queen Elizabeth II and Prince William, Duke of Edinburgh, and is the fourth in line of succession. I didn't even know there was a fourth guy. Well, look at how quiet a life this dude lives. She's been queen since 1952 at 25. 52 is 25 backwards. All right, how long has she been on the throne? 60 fucking years? Sweet Jesus. She's 95. Oh. Well, yeah, he just passed this summer. Uh, I was looking for how, but I guess I guess the monarchy is a monarchy. Um, on the this is on the cover of Time magazine, 1929. Talk about charmed life. How old is this country? I think it's 1,000 years old. Not 1,000. Yeah, about 1,000 years old. Common realms. Elizabeth II is Queen of the United Kingdom. Okay, Monarchy of the Kingdom. There's got to be a start date. No, that's her. Good Lord. All right, we're gonna have to stop this. I feel myself crawling down a well on when the British monarchy became a monarchy. It doesn't seem to be helping me. A monumental portrait of NASA. A monumental portrait of NASA astronaut Stephanie Wilson crops up in Atlanta. This is the kind of shit that pisses me, right? So there's a Times article here. The overlooked LGBTQ plus history of the Harlem Renaissance. That was not a thing. See, it's how it's not a thing, right? The Harlem Renaissance was black, and like I said yesterday, There may have been gay people part of it. They were black gay people. Now all of a sudden they're trying to say it's a separate thing entirely, in and unto itself, and that's not true. And it's people talking about your culture, redefining it, and that's the problem. So Dave Chappelle's got issues with the LGBTQ community for reasons like this. Elon Musk is the world's richest person? Really? How is Elon Musk the world's richest person? Okay, now I'm just curious. Two- Jeff Bezos has $191.7 billion, and Elon Musk has $202.1 billion. Why is Elon Musk so wealthy? Bernard Arnault and family. Who are these fucking people? His is down, his is up. Tesla, what? Who owns SpaceX? I mean, Bill Gates is worth 130 billion. These people. Google, Warren Buffett. Yeah. Yeah. Oh look. Um, what's the diversity like up there? Yeah, all right. I don't care. Why? What does Elon Musk do? Is working to Reverend Trump's search. He owns 20% of Tesla, has pledged more than half of his stake as collateral for loans. Forbes to second to the loan. He stepped down as chairman after making alleged SpaceX rocket company down value at 74 billion after its latest funding round. His $74 billion. His company, what SpaceX? How are these people making fucking money? Another South African via Canada, now living in California. America has so many people here who should not be living here. All right, I don't know I mean, I know Jeff Bezos sells stuff, right? He's got a platform. I get that. Microsoft is technology. I get that. I don't know who the Arnold family is, but I don't know why. Okay, Tesla, SpaceX, Tesla, the car company. Is it raining? No, it isn't. All right, so man, what a night. We have been streaming for just about an hour. Uh an innovative Washington law aims to get foreign trained doctors back in hospitals. Why don't you just make more American citizens doctors? That's what it is. Now you're desperate. This goes back to what I said like about a half an hour ago. The idea that you undercut the promise of people, and now you're suffering for it. Video shows deputies slam Lancaster student to the ground at school. Another dude. Why do you treat? What she looks like a girl in the 10th grade. Ugh. France, Germany, and the Ukraine and Russia agree to talks. Everybody is perpetually at each other's throats. It's amazing. So it's hard to get shit to work. I really do think that's the case. I think it's really hard to get things to work, um, because things are designed to be adversarial. So you can say you own the libs or the you know, the whatever farm group you got that's supposed to get owned by you. Uh yeah, man. So we started out hot, now we're petering. Um, 2 dead after a plane crash in a house. There's been a lot of that going on recently. There's rising violence because of this pandemic. Somebody stabbed an Apple worker too. I mean, let's look that up. Oh, because he was told to wear a mask. Here's the thing: he had a mask though. They said when he ran away, he covered his face. He had a black mask and a black hoodie. I'm like, if you had a fucking mask on, why don't you just use it? Apple security guard stabbed after he told the customer to wear a mask. One day, security guard stabbed during a dispute. Chelsea Apple Store closed. Chelsea Apple Store closed after stabbing. That Chelsea Apple Store is not my favorite Apple Store. I gotta tell you, security guard stabbed over. What is the update on them though? I mean, these are 2 days ago. What do you got for me that's within the last 12 hours? You got an arrest? You got anything? Nothing. Nothing. 2 days. Yeah, I think they're gonna get them. Like I said, super high end cameras in that place. Who is not gonna see you? What is wrong with people? What is seriously fucking wrong with people? Um, yeah, people are just criminally minded morons of opportunity. 2 days ago, Apple Store stabbing arrest. Maybe good. Oh, here you go. Apple Store stabbing suspect. Let's look that up. Nope, doesn't say. Because it would tell you if they had somebody and they don't. 2 days ago, 2 days ago, 2 days ago, 2 days ago. Yeah, there's no wow. It's amazing. I mean, you think it was an Apple store, and they're not without power in that city. That they would lean on the mayor, and the mayor would lean on whatever that commander is in that precinct. Apple store, man, staff that was super master speed. Yeah, wow. There's no new information. 14 hours ago, 1 day ago, respond to request to wear mask. Some people might just be, oh my God. Some people might just be late to the story. That's what it looks like on some of this. The New York City Apple Store security guard stabbed over face mask. Yeah, this looks like they're just late to the story. This is the 9th, by the way. What is it an update? Updated October 9, 23:37 p.m. October 9th. So they updated it 4 minutes ago. Why did this say 16 hours ago? Read it at CNN. Yeah, all right. Please, sometimes this stuff is ridiculous. All right, so I guess that is it for us. We've been streaming for wow. Well, we're gonna end this one on time. We've been streaming for an hour and 5 minutes already. Um, there's not a lot to tell you about the news. Damon Wayans says Dave Chappelle freed comedy slave with Netflix special. Freed comedy slaves. I don't even know what that means. Damon Wayans. Yee. John Sutton reflects on the impeachment of Bill Clinton, the first great scandal of the cable news era. Uh, Yeah, but he's still around. Was he really scandalized? And we talked about Monica Lewinsky, and I think I might have and I don't want to say unpopular opinion of it. I think I have a sort of a stoic kind of meh version of it, which may or depending on who you talk to, may or may not uh GSK to submit split. I don't know what GSK is. I stopped and looked at it because it looked like a guitar pick. Texas police mishandled investigation into teen crash that injured six cyclists, saying local. It says local DA. Huh. Okay. Prosecutors granted second hearing after evaluation finds Colorado supermarket shooting suspect incompetent to stand trial. Some people are nuts. Wow. Um, he's got 23 cats. That is really disgusting. And I like cats and I like dogs, but I wouldn't have 10 dogs in the house, and I definitely wouldn't have 23 cats in one either. Bum, 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 bum. All right, so I guess that is it for us. Wow. I've actually got a whole 8 minutes. I've been working on my S. See that? Man, getting both of those with one finger is not easy. Gotta tell you. My bar chord suck too. But on the upside, I know that that my C chords are gotten better. My C chords have gotten better because used to be my G's. That's what it is, man. I just lean. Been working on my bar chords and they're not turning out so well, but that's all right. I think I've got a little time. That's the one that's always muffled. I'm trying to get the ring out is that one worked actually. Let's see if I can do it twice. Oh. Hey, William. Good to see you. How's your Monday going so far? Very cool. So yes, it is Monday. It is a slow Monday. It has done nothing but rain here today, which is awesome. Excuse me. Whew. Uncool. And we've talked about all the weird things. Like, why is Elon Musk the richest person in the world? Normally, the richest person in the world sells stuff to other people. And he doesn't do that, but he's got $202 billion personally, which is freaking ridiculous. There's like 50 people on that list. They all have like $50 billion apiece. There's enough money in the world. We just don't get any. Well, look at me talking about we. I don't get any. Squid Games is one of those shows that I could only watch once. What am I looking for over here? Here it is. My thing about it is it's almost like a video game. Like the bright colors. It's very much like what's that? Fall Guys. Fall Guys, another game I bought and have not played. I bought what's the one with the little colorful man on the spaceship? I bought that one, haven't played it. Well, here's the thing. She didn't want half. She settled for 30 billion. So he got to keep the company and all the stock and all this stuff. And it's a world of money, right? And he made up what he gave back to her like in 3 weeks, right? So I think she just wanted out. And I'm pretty sure her lawyer's like, oh, you could get. She's like, look, we're all gonna make enough money. Just get me out. Just get me out. Then she ran off and she married a school teacher. God bless her. God bless her. Um, she don't. She's not up in the media saying mean things about him. She's not like being ridiculous on a yacht. She's just off with her life. Oh, that's nice. But here's the thing: you better finish it, like because it's one thing for me to fail it, but you're a global like athlete, right? So let's see what you did. Um, the Boston Marathon was today, and I want to say the New York Marathon is in October. I volunteered for that like 7 times, so that's around. Or is it a week before? Oh, good lord! All right, Boston Marathon. Kristen Cinema hounded by activists. Okay, this is beginning to get stupid. Like you made your point. Now you don't have to follow her around every place, screaming at her. Danica Patrick celebrates completing her first Boston Marathon. I do not W. I do not want to do another. I do not want to do another. That's honest. She may very well though. Good for her. 26.2 miles. Kip Rudo and Kip Yoke. Highlights Vincent Kipruto and Diana Kipyoki win. Marshall Hug. His name is Hug. Okay, who's Marshall Hug? Yeah. Marshall Eric Hug is a para Olympian. Good job. Finished the Boston Marathon. Did he run it too? Let's go here. We probably won't go very much longer. Um, he's trending, right? Doesn't it tell us about completed 2021 Boston Marathon? Good job. Man, that's one of the things on my bucket list. It's not it's just a run for 26 minutes. I had trouble running for 3 miles. Uh yeah. Wow, congratulations. Do we Boston Marathon 35 minutes ago. Live updates, New York Boston Marathon. Men and women's elite finishers. I can't believe this was this on TV? No, today. When was this was yesterday? When was the Boston Marathon? Was it yesterday or was it today? 35 minutes ago. It was today. Why was this not over the weekend and on television? Did I miss this on TV? This is amazing. Hold on. Where's video? Let's go over here to video, see who's got broadcast. Boston Marathon, Christian Cinema, Boston Marathon, CBS, Boston, YouTube. It wasn't broadcast. Runner's World, Boston, CVB, Runner's World. This should say ABC, CB, NBC, somewhere that it was and the New York Times, Twitter, Fox News. Was it on Fox News then? Boston Marathon, YouTube, Boston.com, runnersworld.com, Boston, WCV. Wow. Always on a Monday. Oh, okay. So it's not okay. Always on a Monday. Why was it not broadcast though? That's the thing that's got me broadcast. CBS local. Okay, that makes sense. USA Today, the newspaper, YouTube, The Cider, Newsweek, New York Times, Boston.com. Yeah, all right. So it was only broadcast locally, which seems unfair. Huh. That's not awesome. Uh all right, so I guess this is about where we wrap this thing up. Do we have any topics on the table that we didn't discuss? You got anything for us, William? I have learned from you that it's the oldest marathon in this here great land. And now it's always run on a Monday. Is it the first Monday in October? Where's my calendar? It's the second Monday in October. Is that it? Always on the second Monday in October? Wow, she finished her first marathon. Good for her. Yeah, he just gave her 30 billion. I hope she can live off that. She did not want to drag it out. I mean, she could have been in court forever. I want half the money and I want half the company. Right? But she didn't do that. And he made it all back in like a month. Yes, and I also learned April is Patriots Day, and I'm super for April being Patriots. Blah. Patriots Patriots Day should be celebrated by all Americans. Um, and how about this for a holiday? And you should be barred from celebrating it if you've proven to be an asshat. Like these two people who tried to sell nuclear secrets in a peanut butter sandwich. Nuclear secrets in a sandwich. And who are people going to jail for a long time? Oh, look at them. Navy engineer and wife accused of trying to, let's flip these. Navy engineer and wife accused of trying to sell nuclear submarine secrets. Where's their picture? There you go. Oh, Traders. All right, let's read this. Smooth move, or was it chunky? Get it? This is the Post. It's the Post. Who wrote this? Mark Moore. It's a smooth move, or was it chunky? It's a peanut butter joke. Um, a turncoat Navy engineer was bagged by the feds for trying to pass along U.S. nuclear secrets inside half a peanut butter sandwich, court documents allege. The 42-year-old Maryland suspect, found himself in a jam, get it? Jam, get it? Get it? I saw that. We should look that up too. Uh, let's put this up. Uh, inside half a peanut butter sandwich. The 42-year-old Maryland suspect found himself in a jam when it turned out the foreign operative he thought he was dealing with was actually an FBI agent, according to a federal criminal complaint unsealed. He's going to get like 30 years. The feds say Jonathan Toby, Toebbe, Tobe, Tobe, Toby of Annapolis stashed secrets about the country's Virginia-class nuclear-powered attack submarine on a blue plastic-coated SD memory card, then sandwiched the tiny device between two slabs of bread slathered with peanut butter. The half sandwich was housed inside a plastic bag, the complaint said. TB allegedly used a Band-Aid wrapper and a pack of chewing gum to help hide SD cards and at other times. He would make drop-offs. Oh, he made drop-offs. He would make drop-offs of materials at various locations with his wife, Diana, a 45-year-old teacher, acting as his lookout. Toby Biden thing started in April 2020. Oh, he's been doing it for like a year. Dropping stuff for the feds. When he see, this is a closed environment, right? They know you're willing to do it, so now they want to prove it. But since there are no spies in play, they will supply the spies and all the video equipment of you doing this thing, right? Oh wow! So yeah, he's going to get like 60 years for this. And the wife, but the FBI then obtained a package. And a month later in December, an undercover agent responded to Toby and began messaging him on encrypted email services about how he could pass along documents according to courts. Oh, channeling his best inner John LeClaire, who's a spy writer. Toby allegedly wrote it at one point to his purported foreign contact. One day, when it is safe, perhaps we two old friends will have a chance to stumble into each other at a cafe, share a bottle of wine, and laugh over stories of shared exploits. He and his wife were arrested Saturday in West Virginia, accused by FBI of violating the Atomic Energy Act. The Justice Department said they were fucking spies. As told, the Fed shelled out $100,000 of cryptocurrency Monero to Toby, making him believe they were foreign government paying for classified information. The Fed's espionage investigation team began in December 20 when FBI officials received the package that had allegedly been sent by Toby to an unidentified foreign country. The package contained Navy documents and an instruction on using encrypted communications. He reached out to them. You're going to get life in prison. Please forward this letter to your military intelligence agency. I believe this information will be very valuable to your nation. This is not a whole sentence. What? Yeah. All right. If convicted, I used to love as a kid. They used to say, if convicted, so and so could get X, Y, or Z. As a verifying the validity of community, FBI agent posting spies from the foreign country began communicating with email with Tubi. After several email exchanges, Tubi allegedly wrote, "Wow, he could provide documents. All the records contain about design the Virginia class nuke submarine." The couple busted when they showed up at a dead drop location in West Virginia, U.S. officials said. The couple expect to pay in federal court in West Virginia. Oh, good Lord. Trager, Howard Stern. Hillary Clinton made this prediction. Who are these? The List, Nikki Swift, AOL. Who are these companies? How's he still in the paper? Man, more the Jesse Smollett suffers another major legal setbacks. Oh my God, it's horrible. All right. Wow. No, I could not handle submarine duty. I cannot. No, I need to be able to walk outside and see the sun. The idea that you're gonna have me underwater for like 90 days? No, I'd be in the brig in like 3, and not because I'm an asshole and I'm not doing what I'm told. It's because I snapped. Wow. And I'm kind of like, hey, you gotta tell us so we can be prepared for a nuclear leak. China doesn't tell anybody shit. Nuclear sub hits off China coast. Nuclear power U.S. Navy attack submarine has struck an object while submerged in international waters in the South China Sea. Officials have said, Sean, South China Sea, officials have said 11 sailors were hurt, 2 suffered moderate injuries, and the rest had minor scrapes and bruises. All were treated on the sub. We are just fucking up. I'm telling you, nothing says you were once great like shit like this. Man, I've got like I feel like there's a scab on the top of my head that I just noticed. But here's the thing. It's not a scab. I was about to say, it felt like a scab. My hair is not long enough to have shit caught in it. Whatever it was, it fell away. I was like, how did I cut the top of my head? Nuclear submarine used Connecticut damage in South China Sea collision with unknown object. Is there any like artist renderings of what happened here? Ooh. List of submarine accidents since 2002. See, a lot of this stuff I tell people is America invents a lot of shit. So you can hate on us, but you then, like China wasn't making submarines until we made submarines, right? It's this kind of thing. Nobody was making planes, so we made planes, right? So nobody wants the next policeman of the world to be China. I don't care how much money they have. There's a certain amount of just not just wildness in America and American, but also wild thinking. And that wild thinking isn't always about war. It's like the internet, right? But everything that's made in the government always gets given to other people, and they make $1 billion off of it. Only underwater sub battle in history. Yeah, they're not really. It's not Red October. They're not really fighting each other so much as they're hiding off your shores to launch fucking uh, nuclear missiles at you. Quite frankly. So I guess there's no update. Attack USNI. What is this? U.S. Navy intelligence. USNI. What is USNI? U.S. Naval. Oh, this is the official U.S. Navy page, newspaper. Excellent. I love it. U.S. Navy Institute. USNI. Got it. U.S. Navy Institute. Update. Attack submarine USS Connecticut suffers underwater collision in South China Sea. This post has been updated with additional details on the injuries to the crew of the USS Connecticut and the location of the collision. Sam Legrone. Almost a dozen sailors have been a dozen. That's 12. Okay, that's not bad. Almost a dozen sailors have been. I mean, it's not like 300 people, right? A dozen. So that like when it hits something, they probably like hit the deck or slammed into doors or tripped. Right? You know what I'm saying? So it's good that it wasn't like super horrible. Almost a dozen sailors have been injured after a U.S. nuclear attack submarine hit an unknown underwater object in the South China Sea. Don't they do ground scanning? The Seawolf class nuclear submarine USS Connecticut SSN 22 suffered an underwater collision while operating in the international waters on October 2nd and is returning to the port in U.S. 7th Fleet, a U.S. Pacific Fleet spokesman confirmed Thursday. When is this? October 7th. All right, this is 5 days ago. Um, 4 days ago. The Seawolf class Connecticut suffered Thursday. The Seawolf class fast attack submarine. Dude, this sentence is the same as this. I mean, you start two paragraphs on back to back with the same. The USS, the Seawolf class nuclear attack submarine USS Connecticut SSN-22 suffered underwater collision. The Seawolf class fast attack submarine USS Connecticut SSN-22 struck an object while submerged on the afternoon of October 2nd while operating in international water in the Indo-Pacific region. The safety of the crew remains the Navy's top priority, of course. There are no life-threatening injuries, Captain Bill Clinton. Captain Bill Clinton told the USNI News. The submarine remains in a safe and stable condition. USS Connecticut nuclear. All right, I'm officially tired. Navy punishes negligence at sea, but rarely secures criminal conviction. Samuel Grown is the editor of USNI News. He has covered legislation, acquisition, operations for the Sea Service. The Sea Service. Is that what they call it? The Sea Service? The Sea Service since 2009. Wow, that's like 12 years. And spent time underwater with the U.S. Navy, U.S. Marine Corps, and the Canadian Navy. Oh, so yeah, that makes sense. That's their way of saying, hey, he's military like us, so calm down if you disagree. Yeah. What did China say about it? China has some smug shit to say about it. Navy sub hits object. China. And China. Let's just use that to say. U.S. Navy, damn. There's the thing that I heard that China was like, U.S. submarine has in such a god damn it. I can't find it. China had some ridiculous shit to say. China on Navy sub Asian. All right, there you go. Let's see what China says. Damage U.S. submarine. Neither submarine mishap submarine have been lurking near bottom of the South China Sea. Mishap. U.S. sub may have been lurking. All submarines are lurking, idiot. It implies all this. South China Sea, U.S. submarine collide with unknown object. Was it an unknown object or was it an underwater mountain? An underwater object. Is a mountain an object? When a plane hits a mountain, first of all, God bless all those people. But when a plane hits a mountain, like the country singers, right, and her plane hit a mountain, did they hit a grounded object, an underwater object? Or did they hit a mountain? Did they hit you know what I mean? I mean, when I hear hitting something, I think that it's something down there that shouldn't be there versus something that is part of the landscape. Yeah, because the last time China has something stupid to say about it. All right, I can definitely not handle submarine duty. We are going to end this here. I want to thank everybody. I want to thank James for swinging through, and I want to thank you, William, for coming through. I'm always good to see you. I know that I'm on my game if you show up in my chat. Yeah. So I've been just trying to practice my F key, my F bar, and it's not working well because right. But when I put all the fingers down, it's not that. Once I put this finger down, it muffles the string that I'm trying to. That's amazing. I wonder why. It's you know what? It's the subtle pressure that I'm putting on it, and I have to figure out how to undo it. Cause man, yeah, that's not awesome. We'll figure it out. All right. I will remember we're here every day. Please like and subscribe. I am here every day. We have shows nightly, Monday through Saturday at 6:30 p.m. And we generally go to about 8:30, sometimes 9. Sometimes it's a hoot and a holler and it goes to like 9:30, 10. But normally it's 6:30 to like 7:38. And Sunday, we're here for the Sunday session, which is 7:30 a.m. to generally about, we go for as long as we want on the weekend sessions. So the Saturday 6:30s could go to 10, and the Sunday 7:30 a.m.s can go to like 11, 12. Well, maybe not 12, but like 10:30, 11. Excuse me. So yeah, it's been good, right? Trying to get it all together, trying to figure it all out. Come on down here and talk to us about it. Is that a game tonight? Wait, the Colts and the Ravens and the Tampa Bay. What's the Tampa Bay's football team's name? Baseball team. The Red Sox and the Tampa Bay. God dang it. God. The Rays. Right. So the Rays and the Red Sox are playing tonight, as well as the Colts and the Ravens. See, that's the kind of stuff that I like. But I got to be careful because I wake up and there's a time. Sports, I love sports. Sports are a time sink. They really are. And I'm trying to get shit done. I'm trying to learn guitar and write the great American opera about a man trapped at a bus stop with a hot dog vendor. That's the story that the world is screaming to hear. Like, I see you guys just heard that. You didn't know you need to hear it. But yeah, if I watch, we end up, look, man, I think we end up watching a lot of television, and it's not a good thing. You can watch some television, don't get me wrong, but do something that makes you interesting. And I don't know what that is, but Red Sox win 3-0. Really? When did this game start? Red Sox and Rays. It's the bottom of the third. This game must have just started, like at 7:30, maybe 7. 3 runs at the bottom of the third inning. I hate this because now I can't watch it. when the Red Sox, when the Rays are losing, but the Red Sox are winning. What does that even mean? Um, Watch highlights. CBSSports.com. If it's on CBS Sports, why isn't it not? Man, they gave up on. Well, maybe sports had its running now. It's the age of crime dramas for people who like to watch TV who don't like sports. Legitimate. I'm just gonna have to buy a fucking sports package, which I really don't want to do. Ah, dang it. Wow. It was Red Sox beat the Verona. Okay, this is 20 hours ago. Oh man. Oh, all right. Best of five. So it. Oh wow. So it's 2 games to 1. Okay. Man, I'm gonna have to buy a sports package. Man. I need to get a job. All right. If I'm going back into sports and barbecuing and being all earthy and musical and as well as artsy fartsy and sportsy wartsy, I'm gonna have to get a job like the rest of the fellas and stop living off my rich girlfriend here, who's in the other room, covered in diamonds and jewels. Yeah. There's a girl. There's really. I'm not lying. This is not like my imaginary girlfriend in high school. She's what? Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, she'll come out later. Um. My comedy is not very comedy, is it? I used to think I had a good sense of humor, but like as I got older, things change and societies change, and almost over the span of like 3 years, my silly, goofy, funny jokes that got me all this fantasticness in life began to fail me. Yeah, true story. And now my comedy is not so much comedy as it's like they're not even dad jokes. They're worse than dad jokes. And first of all, how did dad jokes get a bad reputation? Right? They're jokes that told by somebody that you love. Calm down, people. All right, so I guess that's it for us. It is 8:10. Um, we're gonna let that run for the next 3 minutes. We've been streaming for an hour and 42 minutes. 43 minutes. We will end this here. I'm gonna see if I can get some sports in my soul as I work on my fucking F chord because that actually worked. So this is what I do. I try and get it down and it doesn't work. Then I just put the thing down for 10 minutes. I'll pick it up and I try it again and it won't work. And I put the thing down for 10 minutes and pick it up. And then I try it and then it'll work out of nowhere all at once. And I'm like, oh wow. And then I'll put the thing down and then I'll fall out of whatever cosmic alignment I was in. All right. And then the next time I pick it up, it'll sound like this. Right. And I'm like, God damn it. And I'll eventually get it in like the next week. But I got to get these bar chords down. I'm getting a lot of chords and stuff down. I've got no arpeggios. Something tells me November, December, and January are going to be about arpeggios. And somewhere around January, I'm going to be able to play More Than Words by Extreme. More than words. La, da, da. That song is all acoustic. It's an acoustic guitar and vocals. And wow. So yeah, let's see if I can sort of give myself 90 days to do that. Actually, well, not the whole 90 days to do that. I think once I set off on it, I don't how long my homie told me it took him like about 2 hours to learn a song, and he's a good guitarist. So maybe if I gave myself a day after I knew all the chords and I got good with the chord switching, mind you, I'm still bad at the metronome, which is in the other room with the mic stand. Um, well, Extreme is from Boston. Get out of here. No, they're not. Are you serious? Okay, we gotta look them up. Um, that song is like 98, 20, like 22 years old. 1990. Good Lord. Song is 21 years old. Sweet Jeebus. They're from Boston. I thought you were pulling my leg, man. Are you serious? Extreme is an American rock band formed in Boston, Massachusetts. God bless them. In 1985. And 5 years later, they had a song that everyone loved that reached the matches in 1985 that reached the height of their popularity late in 1980. So that's like 88, 89, 90, right? Around 88, 87, 88, 89, and early 90s. Okay, so that's 88, 89, 90, maybe 91, around there, early 90s. With the original lineup, they had an original lineup. I mean, somebody got fired. Gary Sharon, lead vocals. Nuno Betancourt, a name I know for some reason. Nuno Duarte, Gil Mendez Betancourt. That is a name for you. Gary Francis Kane Sharon. That is also a name for you. Paul Gary. Oh, yeah, Paul Gary. Fucking, you got rich. Get more names. Seriously, stop buying all these guitars. You get more. Oh, he's a drummer and percussionist. Get more drums. So it was popular with the original lineup of Gary Sharon, Nuno Betancourt, and Paul Gary. That's amazing. It's the wind is blowing. It's not raining, but I'm feeling rain. I touch over here, and it's very light misting, which is where my giant computer apparatus is. Saying I love you is not the first one. That's Scooch and Kramer. Patrick Badger. So Gary left the band. Yeah, so Gary left the band. Let's get to 85 to 89 formation and debut album. Extreme was formed in Boston, Massachusetts in 1985. Vocals Gary Sharon and drummer Paul Gary were in the band called The Dream. Extreme was the evolution of Sharon and Gary's former band, The Dream, meaning X Dream. X Dream. I get it. Guitar Nut and Barricott was in a band called Sinful, and bassist Pat Badger was playing with the Berkeley bass act called In the Pink. Betancourt joined the group in 1985, followed by Badger in 1986. Sharon and Betancourt began writing songs together, and the band performed continuously in New England area. Extreme grew large regional following and were named Outstanding Hard Rock Heavy Metal Act at the Boston Music Awards in 86 and 87. So they were a giant band in their region. But then they're only known for these two songs that are acoustic, which is weird. I don't think I know a hard rock song by these guys. What are their current members, former members? Right. Okay. Extreme. Where's your okay, I'm not your discography. What are your main hits? They did 5 albums. That's not a lot. Huh. Glam metal, funk metal, hard rock. Where is their discography? Current members, where discography? Well, not discography. All right. Okay, there you go. Um 10, 10, 40, 78. Okay. Take Us Alive. I don't know any of these songs. Singles. Little Girls, Kid Ego, Mother Don't Want to Go to School Today. Play With Me. Decadent Stands, Get the Funk Out. More Than Words, Wholehearted, Song of Love, Rest in Peace. I think Wholehearted is the song I know. It's a song by American Extreme. The song released as the fourth and final single for the festival. I think, I think, hmm. Wow, what a odd, that is amazing. Oh, what was I, where, first of all, apparently everybody is trying to get me to vote for somebody. Oh, he's running drug clinics now? Why do rock stars always get addicted to fucking drugs? Like, you think that, well, I guess that's a good thing. You think that you saw the band come before you, or the bands in the 60s, right? You'd be like, I'm not trying to mess with these drugs. But man, it's hard not to love a good love song. I don't care who makes it. Rock band, punk rock, this. Yeah. Redemption Song is a love song, but it's not about a person, right? Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Have no fear for atomic energy. Atomic energy. Because none of them can stop the time. It's pretty good stuff, right? I bet you were a Tavares. Who's Tavares? I like rock songs, but they're generally popular rock songs. So they have to crack like the rock 100s or become pop somehow. I just like music. Yeah. Huh? Yeah, see? Yep. You wake up, the whole place will be up if you are not careful. It spits at you. Saying I love you is not the words I want to hear from you. Yeah. And then another thing about that song as just as a simple acoustic song, someone who's trying to play guitar, and I spend easily 10 times more time with my acoustic guitar than my electric guitar. I really do feel like, oh, that song's attainable for me. I like it, I appreciate it, and it'd be fun to learn how to do that. And that's how you should sort of learn songs. Have I heard a Tavares song? I thought Tavares was a bad. Tavares. Tavares, all right. It is a band. Group. Discography. Check it out. Hardcore poetry in the city. Sky High Love Song feature. Madam Butterfly Supercharged. Love Uprising. Love Line. New Direction. World. 1974 to 83. Good Lord. I was just like a child. They must have had some really good stuff for me to remember it. Oh, singles. Check it out. That sound that lonely makes. That is a great title for a fucking song. That sound that lonely makes. All right. She's Gone is a song written and performed by American duo Daryl Hall and John Oates. The soul ballad is included on their 1970 album Abandoned Luncheonette. She's Gone was originally, hold it. Why are you telling me about Daryl Hall and John Oates? Because they re-recorded this, I think. It only takes a minute. I remember this song. It only takes a minute, girl, to fall in love. All right, dude, we're gonna have to one day fucking meet and have either a beer or coffee. It only takes a minute, girl, to fall in love. The song was the group's only top 10 pop hit in the United States, peaking at number 10 and the second number one song in the American Soul charts. It only takes a minute, girl. That's the truest thing. To fall in love. To fall in love. Right. So it went to 10 on the this is a taste in people, right? It only takes a minute, went to 10 on the US charts, but it went to number one on the R&B charts. Right. Someone should write a metric of and be able to predict this. And then that goes to the thinking of people who listen to it from different groups, right? So it went to one in the black community, but it went to 10 in the wider audience of America. I think it's interesting. Free Ride. Free Ride is a song written by Dan Hartman and performed by the Edge Went to this. These are singles. Peak to the love I never had. Heaven must be missing an angel. Heaven must be right. Cause you're here with me right now. Right. I know this song. Who done it? Good in the huh? Excuse me. Loneliness, penny for your thoughts. Saturday Night Fever soundtrack, album of the year. Wow. Excuse me. Oh, right. More than a woman. I thought that was the Bee Gees. More than a woman to me. Wow. This is so good. More than a woman. So maybe I'm remembering different people singing because they're talking about She's Gone, which is a song written and originally performed by American duo Daryl Hall and John Oates. They originally performed this song. They wrote and originally performed. It's a song and originally performed by duo Daryl Hall and John Oates. In their 1973. Really, they've been around for, well, I guess I knew them in 77. So yeah, they've only been around for 3 years. But why is, Tavares version? It went to number one. Who heard the Hall and Oates version from the Abandoned Luncheon album? The covered the song for the album Hardcore Poetry in 73. The Brothers version song became a hit, topping US R&B chart to peak at number 50. What? I'm gonna have, as soon as I'm out of here, I'm gonna have to listen to this. More Than a Woman by the Bee Gees. It became a regular feature in the music. So they were re-recording. Some of these songs I totally forgot about as a like. Heaven must be missing an angel. It only takes a minute, and she's right. Well, we're gonna play. We're not gonna play. She's Gone. All right, we can't play these here because we'll get in all sorts of trouble from YouTube. Only takes a minute. Heaven must be missing an angel. So Hall & Oates wrote it. They recorded it. Then did that make the song popular? Or did they re-record it in the 70 like 8 and make it popular? Or was that a version? Background Hall & Oates version. The song was released as a single in 73. It was a major hit. So that is home market of Philadelphia and peaked nationally at 60. Nearly 3 years later, in 76, that Hall had records scored the Cyrus Smile. Right. Okay. Because Hall & Oates are just a fucking great duo. Re-released the original single under a different number, Atlantic 3332. This time, She's Gone was a hit, peaking at number 7. Huh. That's fucking confusing. See? Because it has it here listed twice, right? Good night and good morning, 72. She's gone 73. When the morning comes, 74. Then there's another album, Sarah's Smile in 76. She's gone reissue in 76. So, okay. Wow. It's the same song. It's the very same song. They just re released it. Heaven must be missing an angel. I so remember that song. All right, we're gonna end it here because William, you got me on Misty over here about old R&B songs of my childhood. Oh my God. Oh, I'm okay. I'm all right. I'm not crying. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. I want to thank everyone for coming through. We have been streaming for 2 hours. And and a minute and 45 seconds. We're burning sage. I've got the TV on in there of cowboy movies. We're not going to finish much of that. I think I'm going to sit here and play my guitar. I was trying to get my Twitter chops up to start playing games again. If I do that, I might move this whole thing over to Twitter. Don't tell anybody. Because between me and you and the wallpaper, I can stream for 5 hours a day. But I got to cook. And I want to be able to cook on stream, but the reconnect to two different devices that I own on the Restream is hard. I'm like crying, you know. This is the modern world where you could talk to the world if you want to, and I'm crying about it. It doesn't make any sense. Shame on me. I'm very remember people who lived 500 years ago. Whew, man, man, man. Did I tell you guys the sad news that my sister's dog Buddy died? I love Buddy. Buddy was fucking awesome. He was such a great little dog. Got me started thinking about my dog Sydney, who I miss, who's pictured up there. I love her. Miss her to death. What do you do? Right? These things that activate your emotional centers like dogs and children and kittens and you know go see your family members, your nieces and nephews, run all up, right? Go to see them dogs that you don't get to see often. They're happy to see you. Last time they smelled you was a year ago at Christmas or whatever. And you realize your place in it, right? At one point, I was that little kid who loved dogs. At another point, I was that teenager who didn't want to be bothered but still like dogs. At another stage, I was that 20-year-old, then 30-year-old, right? The thing that's always been what can I say? That's always been a thread throughout is me and dogs and family, right? So now I'm the older uncle, and I'm happy, right? I got to be in all these stages, and one day I'll be the gray-haired old curmudgeon with the cane telling you that that music's too loud and asking you stupid questions about what the young people do, and I do it to my nephew now. But by the time I'm talking about where I'm at, he's gonna be my age, which is 30 years away, right? Wondering where his place in it all is. Got to tell you, family's important. Everybody keeps telling you you don't need anybody. That's bullshit. It's sad that I think they've killed off marriage, but like I said, men and women like each other. You're not going to undo that. And I think a lot of people just get married later because they're afraid now. But I think eventually a generation will show up and go, No, we know what we want now, and they'll fix it. Like a lot of young people now, like we don't need cars, and like America was car culture forever since cars began, and now the millennials are like, you don't really need a car, right? And people are like, well, why? So maybe they were like, man, marriage is good and great, and it's valuable, and we're just gonna do it different, and we won't sing the praises of like cheat anything that destroys marriages, that tears apart like mother and father and children. We're not going to sing those praises. Those people will eventually rise up. Who knows? They might be here already. They just may be 8, 9, and 10 right now. Right? Grew up under divorced parents and unhappy about it. And maybe they're like, when I get married, I'm going to really try. And the men and women walk into their dating lives with that kind of thing. And when they do connect up, it's already in their subconscious because it's been there since they were like 8, 9, and 10. That they're really going to try hard. They're going to pick right, and they're going to really try hard. Now, I don't think anybody cares. No one cares. So when it goes wrong, you can just blame this random guy, that random girl. Bitches are evil, or men are just fucking want one thing, or But in the future, you'll be like, why are you in bed with your boss? I'm your best girlfriend. What are you doing? This is not the 2000s, right? This is a 20 whatever's. And we're going to Mars and we're doing all this stuff and we're not being stupid like that. And the guys will be like, what? Why are you cheating on her? She's a great girl, dude. Yeah, I can't even fuck with you, right? This is not the 2010s or whatever. What's up, Knowledge? I hope you're good. So people want you to be miserable. Remember that. I said this before. People want you to be miserable so they can swoop in and tell you how, man, I totally agree. Like let's and justify your hatred at some group and then tell you what the cure is. Right. So if I'm like, man, white racism, they're like, man, I totally feel you. This is outrageous. You know what you need? Right. Or black nationalists, man, I feel you, those black nationalists. But you know what you need? Right. The women, those damn men, I'll put those men. But you know what you need? They will always sell you the next thing. So, you know, remember that. I'm your ally. We can vote together. We're all Republicans or Democrats or liberals or conservatives. Oh, but by the way, we need this. And you need to vote for us and give us this and do all that. And before you know it, you feel better about how bad you felt because they've redirected your efforts for something that works for them that may just be like another, you know, path to nowhere. They took you off this path to nowhere and they put you on that path to nowhere, and it leads to the same place. I hope you're good. I hope your Monday is going well. Knowledge El Shabazz. I hope everything's going good for you. You caught us at the end of the stream. We have been streaming for 2 hours and about 10 minutes, and this is about where we're going to wrap it. Oh, we're an hour over our exit, which is always nice. I have to come up with a meal. Here's the thing. I keep going through this. This may wander off for another 10 minutes. I have steak in the other room. And I had the same thing I'm having tonight that I had yesterday. Small steak, very thinly sliced, right? The kind of thing that you could have with eggs in the morning, which was that was supposed to be. But I have salad in there. So I'm just going to cook that up. I'm going to throw that over the salad and essentially have steak on the bed of arugula and steak and arugula and like Parmesan cheese. Because man, it melts into that. It gets everything. Anyway, it's one of my favorite things. Just steak over like arugula is one of the best things. But I was like, man, should I be eating that at like 9:30, 8:39 at night? Right? I should have had this at 5:30, but dinner should be at like 6:37. And if I would have had it at 5:30, I'd have not been in the mood to talk to you guys. And if I have it at 9, I will be an ever expanding uh, opinion machine, and that can't be allowed. So, it's in the fridge and it's ready. So I think what's going to happen is I'm just going to have it for breakfast because it's thin enough, and a salad is good for breakfast anyway. So what I'll do is I'll make scrambled eggs with cheese. I'll make that scrambled egg cheese, throw that on top of the bread, throw that on top of the salad, and then throw the scrambled egg with cheese on top of the steak or next to the steak. But and then but then when I eat like that, like it's Sunday morning, I'm not doing anything until like 2 in the afternoon. You know what we used to call these? First world problems. I'm sure someone is watching me in like, you know, the deepest, darkest regions of Greece. I was gonna say Africa, but yeah, let's go to someplace unexpected. And they're like, "Man, I'm starving right here. I could actually go for a steak." And that guy's talking sad nonsense about his hunger issues. Man, what are you gonna do, right? Can you get a girlfriend to play the tambourine? First, I would have to get a girlfriend. Then I would have to teach her the tambourine. I would like to get a girlfriend who is learning the guitar. That way, we could do corresponding melodies. Like I could play the chords. Ooh, that's bad. And she could play the arpeggios. With my arpeggios. Yeah, my arpeggios are horrible. That's what we're going to be working on for the next 2 months. November, December. We're in October. We should have started in October. We're in the middle of October. We could start middle of October to middle of November, middle of November to middle of December. That's 60 days. What kind of arpeggios? We could probably do finger exercises arpeggios, I guess. We're going to have to do them. I gotta tell you, you should pick up a hobby like this because it racks your brain, and to teach it to you yourself. I'm sure there's a lot of elementary stuff that I should have gotten, but since I didn't get it from anybody and I found it online, I'm learning it late or learning it. But man, it's a hoot. I'm already better than I was because at the end of the start of the year, I couldn't play at all, and now I play well enough to have people tell me to stop and go practice. Right, that's a sign. Uh, So yeah, all right. So uh I'm going to see you guys in the next one. In the next one, oh yeah, that was me and my definitely not um imaginary girlfriend who's in the other room. Right, yeah. No, she's totally there and she's definitely not imaginary. And her name is this place is terrible. Um Her name is Beth. Her name is Beth. Yeah, so she's in there, and we're gonna go and we're gonna have dinner and wine, and we may go dancing. Yeah. So I have to what? Yeah, I'm coming. So yeah, I have to stop. Yeah, Beth. Right? Beth is a nice name for a girlfriend, right? An imaginary girlfriend. No, no, an imaginary girlfriend would never be named Beth. Only real girlfriends are named Beth. Come on, people, get your shit together. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I will be back tomorrow at 6:30. Me and Beth. Hey, Beth. Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow, and please come on through. Have a good night, William. It's good to see you. Uh, and we will be back tomorrow at 6:30. We hope Taco Tuesday. Maybe we'll get tacos. Um, as we march toward another weekend, I hope your last weekend was good and it wasn't just another blurb on the weekend machine, right? I hope you did something good with it. Every weekend we do something good with ours. We meet up here. Tavares. I wonder why the name. Why was the band's name Tavares? Why Tavares though? I mean, one of the most interesting things I find about bands is their names and why they chose those names. Uh, all right, well, let's do that. All right, so yeah, we're gonna end it. Uh, I will see you tomorrow in the next one, and the next one is at 6:30. Oh, dude, really? Wow. I wish I could I should be able to like this thing twice. So Tavares is a family name. Okay, hold on. Also known as the Tavares brothers. Dude, really? Ah. Is an American R&B funk and soul music group of five Cape Verdean American really Cape Verdean? I like that flag though. Providence, Rhode Island, and New Bedford, Mass. They will move back and forth between the two cities throughout their childhood. Okay. Also known as Chubby and the Turnpikes and the Tavares brothers. Anton Lawrence Chubby Tavares, Perry Lee Tiny Tavares, Feliciano Vieira Butch Tavares, and Ralph Vieira Tavares. Okay, so there are four brothers. Okay. Wait, what? 97% about their most successful year chart was in top 40 Billboard in the city. Remember what I've Jonathan King, take that example. Sample Jennifer. Okay. We're running down rabbit holes with this. We're ending the stream. The stream is over. Uh, it's a family name. That is amazing. Here are five of them. I thought I said four. Wait a minute. How many brothers are there? Antoine Lawrence Chubby Tavares, Perry Lee Tiny Tavares, Feliciano Butch Tavares, and Ralph Vieira Tavares. That's four. Past members, there's a Victor Earl Tavares, and Arthur Paul Pooch Tavares. There are six brothers. Okay. There are six brothers, and two decided not to fuck with the band anymore. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's amazing. The brothers whose parents were of Cape Verdean descent and started performing in 1959 as Cherry and the Turnpikes. When the younger brother was 9, P-Funk keyboardist architect Bernie Worrell briefly joined the group in 1968 while attending the New England School of Conservatory Music. Future Aerosmith drummer Joey Kramer appeared as a token white guy drummer in a later incarnation called the Turnpikes from the fall of 1969 until September 1970 when he was invited to join Steven Tyler's band. He was later replaced with drummer Paul Claudra and bassist Steve Strout, which gave them a slightly punchier rhythmic section. Wow. As they were coming up, they had two super famous people in their band. That's amazing. So who's Chubby? Ralph, Pooch, Chubby, Butch, and Tiny. That's five, but there are six brothers. All right. I'm not even going to argue with you. God bless you. Man. Whew, okay. Once again, we're ending this stream. We've been going for 2 hours and 20 minutes, which is easily, wow, an hour longer than where we normally do. So I'm going to thank you guys for coming through. I'm going to ask you, hopefully, to like and subscribe because I keep forgetting to do that. Please like and subscribe. It's super important that you like and subscribe. And come back tomorrow where we will talk about other things. Some of it music related, a lot of it politics, some of it love and romance, some of it social, some of it whatever it is. Come on through. Uh, I got love for you, even though I don't know you personally. I got love for you, and I wish you well. And I will see you in the next one, which is tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Come on through, boys and girls. Let's put an end to this one. Bing, bang, boom, click. All right, ladies and gentlemen. See you in the next one. Next one's tomorrow. Come on through. Like and subscribe. Let's get it. Peace out.